Why play Ezreal in the bot lane? Well, he's probably the safest ADC to play. He spikes incredibly hard in the mid game, and he works very well in all team comps and is great at snowballing his mid game into a win. However, he can be outscaled by your more traditional critical strike ADCs, and you're not going to push lanes or take objectives quite as fast as those standard ADCs either. For Ezreal's passive, every time you land an ability, you get increased attack speed. You can stack this up to 5 times. Any further abilities after this just resets the duration. Ezreal's Q is his bread and butter. It's a straight line skill shot which deals damage and applies on-hit effects. In addition, landing this reduces all your cooldowns, including itself, by 1.5 seconds. Ezreal's W is another straight line skill shot, but this one shoots through minions, stopping on champions, towers, and epic jungle monsters. When it hits, it applies a mark which can be detonated with an auto attack or any other ability. When the mark is detonated, it deals magic damage, and if detonated with an ability, it will refund the mana and give you some mana back. Ezreal's E is his teleport jump. He jumps and then fires a bolt at the closest enemy. If an enemy has been hit by his W, however, it will prioritize that target. Finally, Ezreal's ultimate shoots a global banana shot which deals damage. It's also a great way to check objectives, as the ultimate gives vision of the area around it as it travels. For Masteries, go for this. The fact Q applies on-hit effects allows you to proc PTA incredibly quickly. For build order, Ezreal is pretty unique. Either start Doran's Blade or Longsword and Pots. Early game, make sure you buy a tier, and then build Essence Reaver, tier 2 boots, and Manamune. Following this, build Crown. Finally, build Serelda's Grudge and finish with any of these as you need. For skill order, start Q, then E, then W, before maxing Q, then E, then W, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, just go flash and heal. During the lane phase, you are looking to farm to your power spikes. Where other ADCs go aggro from level 1 and 2, you're just looking to farm, stay safe, and push the lane out. That said, however, your Q is an amazing tool to poke and keep your opponents low. Every time an enemy champion isn't behind a minion, throw your Q at them. This forces them to play safer, which in turn keeps you safer. And if they ever take a few too many Qs, then you actually have really good kill threat. After your first back, you're looking to have picked up a tier and a sheen. At this point, you can now throw Qs all day with your extra mana, and they hurt a hell of a lot more. During the mid game is where Ezreal shines, and it's where you're looking to win the game. When you've got your sheen, you take towers a hell of a lot faster, so make sure to take your tower ASAP. Hitting your Essence Reaver Manamune power spike, you are now incredibly scary and you're looking to fight. Prioritize dragons, heralds, and barons, as this is one of the easiest ways to force a fight. Whether it be a smaller skirmish of 2v2 or 3v3, or an all-out 5v5 team fight, Ezreal shines at keeping himself safe, throwing out abilities, and jumping away from anything scary. And if they don't fight you for these objectives, you simply just get the objective. This puts a huge amount of pressure on your opponent and should get you a ton of objectives and map control. Entering the late game, you can get outscaled by other ADCs. So at this point, either use your mid game advantage to force Baron or a fight and convert this into the game ending. Alternatively, if the other team has outscaled you, look for scrappy fights in the jungle. Ezreal's high mobility and many walls to jump over keeps him safe, and your ultimate can delete entire teams as they've got nowhere to dodge. As a last minute tip, when roaming around the map, use your Q to check all the brushes just to make sure you can never be picked.